Hello, this is Dr. Brent Maxwell, the Naked Doctor in Singapore here. I just want to share a little bit about the Singapore culture, the Singapore safety, and a recent experience I had. And honey, or my wife, if you're watching this, don't freak out, because I know what your response is going to be when you hear this, so just chill. Anyhow, when I first came, the very first night, I was at a food stall, one of those street food vendors. They call it food hawker stalls. Okay, and I ordered a meal and I took a picture of it because that's what we do when you're a foodie and you travel. You take pictures of food. Anyways, I set my camera down, my iPhone, my connections to the rest of the world, and my navigation, my personal diary. I set it down on the tray, on the tray at the table I was eating, but then when I finished the meal, I left the tray there because that's what you do in this culture, right? If you take your tray to yourself to the garbage, you're taking away the job from somebody whose job it is to, clear the tables, and that's considered impolite and rude. So I left my tray there intentionally, and went to walk to a store that caught the corner of my eye because I knew I needed some things. So when I was in the store, picking up a few small items, and I checked my wallet or checked my pocket, I realized that my phone's not in my pocket. All right, so two things go through my mind in that moment, in that split second. Holy crap, I just lost my phone. I'm in a foreign country. This ain't good. That's a very fleeting second of a thought that I had. The other part was, all right, rational mind, right? That's actually predominated at that time. I thought, well, I'm in Singapore. Singaporeans are not known for stealing or for theft or for crime in general. Let me take a chance and go back to where I was sitting to see if it's still there or someone may have picked it up. So I did the latter. I went back to the table, I went back to the eating area where someone, where hopefully someone may have picked it up. So I asked this lady, one of the ladies who was cleaning the table, said, listen, did you see my phone, my iPhone? Even without speaking the language, people understand what you mean. Non-verbally, using hand gestures, so it's very easy to get by. So when I was describing this to this one lady, another lady came up behind me and tapped me on my back going, oh, you, come over here to my stall. Horrible accent, by the way. Anyway, so I followed her to her food stall, and she had my iPhone wrapped up in a plastic bag. And she goes, this is you, right? I say, I don't know. Well, yeah. And then on top of that, she goes, no, hold on a second. No, I want you to smile. What do you mean smile? I want you to smile. And so I smiled, I pressed on the iPhone, and the picture of me and my daughter smiling was on the home page. So obviously it's kind of hard to miss. I'm the only black guy there in the whole 5-mile radius probably, right? So I stick it like a sore thumb. But I share that I'm sharing this just to explain how much of a different culture of safety. There's a lot of respect. There's a lot of people want to do unto others as you have do unto you, the golden rule. And that's what I've seen here. So it is a very safe country. It's the safest country in Asia. Heck, I think it's safer than the US. There's been some people who say that if you have kids, you can have them go out to the store and get a loaf of bread and come back at night and not be worried about their safety. There are a lot of women joggers late at night jogging by themselves on the park paths. So that's the indication of personal security that people have around here. And they don't carry guns. There's no need to carry guns. There's no need to carry knives. People don't have that fear like they have back home in Chicago or now growing in Canada. I can tell you this though, right? If I'd lost my phone or dropped my phone someplace anywhere in the US, especially Chicago or Chicagoland where I come from, chances are that phone is gone, it's ghosted. Probably will never see that again. But here, it's a different story, different culture. And that's one of the amazing things that I believe that most people fall in love with Singapore for, is their safety and a really country full of integrity, wanting to do the right thing. Okay? This is the Naked Doctor. Peace out.